Robert Reynolds with Digital Rodeo and DRTV, and just running back from a lunch break, and I run right into a dear friend, an old friend, Ty Herndon. How are you?
I'm good, man. Did you get some of the fried chicken?
I didn't. Was it good?
I didn't. I was jealous.
Well, I'm jealous too now. I thought I was happy. A buddy handed me a piece of a Quiznos sandwich, and I went, "Thank you." I took it.
I saw somebody run around fried chicken. I'm like, we are in Nashville.
Yeah,
feed the folks chicken.
Yeah, that's it. Feed them chicken. Man, we were just talking to get ready for this interview about the Grammys and what it means. You just come off of a really prestigious nod. I mean, a nomination and a nod for your talent.
Man, it was such an honor because I've watched the Grammy Awards almost my whole life,
right.
And like you said earlier, it's such a you feel like you want to be there because you feel like you're a part of that world because it is all music.
Yeah.
And it was such an experience just to be nominated. My good friends Diamond Rio took home the Grammy that evening. But it was so funny. I was an original member of Diamond Rio. Did you know that?
I never knew that. When?
The Tennessee River Boys. So I sent him an email and said, dudes, if y'all weren't going to be there, I'd have been happy to pick it up for you.
Yeah, indeed. I didn't know this bit of history, guys. I'm learning something. Hopefully you are as well. When did you do when was that group together?
We had a show at Opryland, the theme park called the Tennessee River Boys. It actually started as the Grizzly River Boys because it had the Grizzly River Rampage running right behind our show.
Yeah.
Opryland named us that, and we changed it later. And the show ran out there for about 3 years as the Tennessee River Boys. And I left the group to go do a show called Star Search with Ed McMahon.
Sure.
And when I left the group, Marty Rowe came in, and then other changes happened, and they eventually turned into Diamond Rio. So
what's funny is my ex, Trisha, used to play at a bowling alley up in Hendersonville near where I live today, and she played with Dana. From the band, so he played at bowling alley. I guess between theme parks and bowling alleys and to the Grammys.
Man, it's so crazy. I mean, I was my good friends that worked with me for out on the road, Thompson Square. They're doing really well right now with their record, and they were back honoring the fact that they used to play every day at the Wheel down on Second Avenue. So they played a little show there last night. We all come to this town and we do whatever we have to do to play music. Right. And I've always, on whatever level it's been, I just want to go out there and work, and I'm honored to play music for a living. I get paid for that. I mean,
know.
It's like, well, sometimes.
Yeah. And of course, depending how you structure it, you get your money, but it goes out to all these other folks before you get your check.
Dadgum tour buses cost way too much.
That's right. They do. Well, back to that Grammy thing, because, regardless, much like an Oscar, regardless of whether or not you take home the trophy or the statue, as it were, you are forever a Grammy nominee.
It's a cool honor. It is, and what I was saying earlier is when everyone had left the show that night, because they don't really make any difference about what level your career is. I was standing there talking to Katy Perry. She's sometime in Nashville. She was here, and it's just there's such a respect for the music, the product that's been nominated, and I really noticed that because I observed things a lot. There wasn't in the backstage area, the green rooms where everybody's hanging out. It wasn't this attitude thing that can happen sometimes, and I noticed that. So when the show was over, I sat there. I think I was maybe one of 100 people that was just still sitting there because I was just I took it all in, and it was just the performances and the energy of it. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity to kind of be a part of that. So. And business is really good from it. We're touring a lot, so it's pretty cool.
Well, let's hope it's not once in a lifetime. Let's hope it's the first of many in a lifetime.
I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's tell folks we've caught up recently on the radio show, but let's remind the folks that are watching DRTV where they can find out your latest tour dates, what's going on with your record, all that. Where do they find you online?
Of course, man. Well, TyHerndon.com, you can go see all the tour dates and all the merchandise and records, anything you want to get there. And in the process right now of recording the new country album. You got any songs for me, man?
Yeah, in fact, let me pull them out of my pocket right here. Nashville Handshake, a CD right there.
I know this songwriter. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, no, but so they can catch you online, and you've got dates that are out there. Most folks ought to know by now, and if you don't, there are guys that come and do a good job for a little while, and then there are guys that are genuine performers, and I put you in a category of world-class entertainers. I mean,
thank you.
The career will do this.
Yes.
We know that.
Yes.
But what defines a real world-class entertainer is that common thread through the ups and the downs, and that is, the voice, the energy put out on stage. I've seen your show going back to the 90s, the mid-90s. An incredible entertainer, and you're in great fighting form right now, man.
Thank you very much. I don't know about the end of this week, but one of the things a lot of fans have been asking when they come out to see the show, because this was a Christian-based record that we've been talking about, and they've been going, well, are we coming to a church type setting? I was like, no. I said, you're coming to a Ty Herndon show. You're still going to get the greatest hits. You're still going to get the performances. We just honored this album in the middle of the show, just for what it is. Yeah. You know, we get on some stools and get our acoustic guitars out, and we talk a little bit about the music and where it came from, where it came from. And hopefully it will feed your spirit and give you something positive, some love and light to walk away with. But then we're right back to steam, the bumping and the grinding. So, you know,
good.
It's a world of music.
I'm glad you clarified that. What's awesome is that you're fearless in this regard. You're putting out music that comes like from a real deep, soulful place. You know, a man's faith, and then you have songs that were made to bump and grind to. You know, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's the fearlessness to blend those two that I think is absolutely commendable. And man, I'm just pleased to know you as a pal,
man.
Me
I
too.
I am. I'm pleased to know you.
Well, no, yeah, I knew what you meant.
I'm pleased to know me too.
Yeah. Ty Herndon right here, DRTV, and we're in the middle of CRS week 2011. 2011. Wow, where did the years go?